Hey, wonderful English learners. Welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your cozy, honest, and energizing place to learn real English through real conversations that actually matter in your real life. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm Mia.
And I'm Alex. And I have to say, today's episode is one of my favorites we've ever recorded. It's deep, it's honest, it's a little uncomfortable in the best possible way. And I think it's going to hit a lot of people right in the heart. But first, before we say anything serious, I want to play a tiny game with you, Mia, and with everyone listening right now.
Ooh, a game! Already! I love this energy. Okay, what's the game?
Simple. I want you, and everyone listening, to give your life a number. From 1 to 10, how is your 2026 going so far? But here's the rule. You are not allowed to choose 7.
You always do this. Why can't we choose 7?
Because 7 is the safe number. 7 means it's not great, but it's not terrible either. It means my life is fine. Please stop asking questions. 7 is a hiding place. We're not hiding today.
Okay, that is actually really smart. 7 really is the number people choose when they don't want to be honest with themselves. So, everyone listening right now, think of your real number. 1 to 10. No 7. What is it? Hold that number in your mind.
Mia, what's your number?
Oh, I knew you were going to do that to me. Okay, I'm going to be brave. I think I'm at a 6 right now. My days are okay. I'm doing good things. But I can feel, if I keep living exactly like this, exactly the same way, I will be disappointed when December comes.
I really respect that honesty. My number is 5.5 because I'm doing some things I'm proud of. But I also know I'm still playing it safe in a lot of areas. I'm not using my full story yet.
And maybe right now, you listening, you have a number in your head. Maybe it's a 4. Maybe it's an 8. Maybe it's a 3 and you don't even want to say it out loud.
And here's the powerful thing about this game. When you're not allowed to say 7, you suddenly see your life more clearly. You realize, am I actually happy? Or am I just surviving? Am I actually living? Or am I just getting through the days?
And that is exactly why we're here today. Not to judge your number, but to ask the quiet, honest question behind it. If nothing really changed in your life this year, if you reached December with the exact same number, would you be okay with that?
That's a brutal question. And for many people, the honest answer is no. But their daily habits are quietly answering yes, every single day. And that gap between what we want and what we actually do, that is what today's episode is all about.
Today we are talking about your 2026 comeback. Not a perfect fantasy, not a fake motivation speech, a real conversation about how to change the direction of your life from exactly where you are right now.
We'll talk about playing it too safe, about drifting into a life you never chose, about failing, hitting rock bottom, and slowly, bravely rising from the ashes. And we'll do all of it in rich, natural English. This is a B2 to early C1 level episode.
So the language will be more advanced and more natural today. But don't worry, we'll explain every important word and phrase clearly as we go. And if you're a strong B1 learner, stay with us. Some parts will feel challenging. That's your brain growing. Listen again, and you'll catch more every time.
Before we dive in, a quick request from both of us. If this podcast helps your English and your life, please like this episode, subscribe to our channel, and share it with one friend who needs a 2026 comeback. Every comment, like, and share helps more learners find us. It really means the world.
And here's our fun comment challenge for today. Write 2 things below. Your number from 1 to 10 for 2026 so far, and a short movie title for your last 2 months. For example, I'm a 6, movie title, Slowly Waking Up, or I'm a 4, movie title, Lost, but still walking. Be honest, be funny, be you. We love reading every single one.
Okay, let's get into it. And let's start with something a little uncomfortable. I mean Mia. If we're being completely honest, most of us aren't failing because life is too hard. We're failing because life is a little too comfortable.
Say that again, because it's important.
We're not failing because life is crushing us. We're stuck because life is just comfortable enough that we don't feel the urgent need to change. And slowly, quietly, we become complacent.
Complacent. Let's explain that word right away because it's the first big word of today. Complacent means you feel too comfortable and satisfied, so you stop really trying to grow. You stop pushing, you stop reaching, you just stay.
You have enough to survive, so you stop fighting to really live. And the scary part? You usually don't choose that life. Nobody sits down and writes, "My big dream is to have an average, grey, comfortable enough existence." Nobody writes that.
No one writes that. Instead, you just drift into it.
Drift into something. That's our next important phrase. To drift into something means you slowly slide into a situation without really choosing it. One small, easy decision at a time.
You say, "I'll skip English practice today. I'm tired." Then, "I'll start that project next month." Then, "I'll have that important conversation later." And suddenly, you look up and an entire year has passed.
And you're still living like it's 2023. That moment hits hard when you realize it.
So if you feel like you've drifted into a smaller life than the one you wanted, please know you are not alone. So many people feel this exact thing. But we're also not going to pretend there's an easy fix. At some point, you have to stop being complacent and start being brave.
And where does bravery start? With accepting one simple, scary truth. You are going to fail.
Wow, Alex, what a pep talk. Welcome, everyone.
I know. But hear me out, because this is actually good news. If you expect to fail sometimes, you stop being completely shocked and devastated when it happens.
Devastated. Strong word. Let's explain it. To devastate someone means to hurt them very deeply, emotionally. It's much stronger than make sad. When something devastates you, you feel broken, shocked, empty.
Maybe an exam result devastated you last year, or a rejection, or a relationship ending, or just looking in the mirror one morning and thinking, "I'm still exactly the same person I was 2 years ago. Nothing has changed."
And when you feel devastated, it's so easy to make a decision inside that pain, a dangerous decision. Decisions like, "I'm not good enough. I'll never change. Why should I even try again?"
But that is the most dangerous moment. Not the failure itself, but the story you decide that failure means. Because failing one exam only means you failed one exam. But when you decide it means, "I am stupid," that decision is what actually destroys your progress.
So here's the reframe. Expect that you will sometimes fall short of your goals. Fall short of something. That means you didn't quite reach the level or result you were aiming for. You tried. You got close. But you didn't arrive.
And when that happens, and it will, you get to choose how you talk to yourself about it. That choice is everything.
This brings us to the next part, because if you want a real comeback in 2026, dreams are not enough on their own.
I love dreams. Vision boards, big plans, journaling about the future, all of it. But here's the truth. Dreams without structure are like clouds. Beautiful, poetic, but they don't move your life forward.
You can dream about the new version of yourself every single night and still wake up as the old version every single morning. What you actually need, and yes, it's less glamorous, is consistency and a plan for your weak moments.
Anticipate your weak moments Anticipate. To anticipate something means to expect it before it happens and prepare for it in advance. Not pretend you're always strong. Actually plan for the moments when you won't be.
For example, if you know that after work you're exhausted and unmotivated, anticipate that. Do your English practice in the morning instead, or plan a shorter session for the evenings. Work with your energy, not against it.
Or if you know Sunday afternoons make you feel low and restless, don't just leave that time empty and hope for the best. Plan something small, a walk, a call with a friend, some journaling, one tiny intentional action.
And then choose goals that are small and specific, not I will transform my English this year. That's too big, too vague, too easy to give up on. Instead, I will listen to this podcast 3 times this week. I will write 5 sentences about my day every evening. Small, clear, doable.
And here's the part that trips so many people up. When you're doing these small, quiet things consistently, your brain starts whispering, "Nothing is changing. This isn't working. You're wasting your time." That's when fear and comparison walk in and obscure your progress.
Obscure. Great word. To obscure something means to hide it or make it hard to see. Like when thick clouds cover the sun is still there, still shining, but you can't see it anymore.
Your growth is still happening. Your English is actually better than it was 6 months ago. But because you're only looking at people who are ahead of you, your own progress feels invisible, obscured.
That's why sometimes you need to look back, not just forward. Read your old messages in English. Listen to an old recording of yourself. Look at a journal entry from a year ago. And notice, your bad now is better than your good from back then.
That comparison, with your past self, not with others, is the one that actually builds real confidence. Steady, honest confidence.
But what about people who don't just feel a little behind? What about the people who feel completely and utterly lost? Who don't feel like they fell short of a goal? They feel like they hit rock bottom.
Then we have to go to the deep part, the real part. Because sometimes it's not just, I failed a little. Sometimes everything collapses at once. To hit rock bottom means you reach your absolute lowest point. Emotionally, situationally, you feel like you cannot go any lower.
Maybe that was 2025 for you. Maybe it was money. Maybe it was health, or a relationship ending, or a mental health crisis, or all of them hitting at the exact same time. If that's you, we see you. And we're not going to say just think positive. That kind of advice can actually hurt more when you're in real pain.
When you're at rock bottom, you don't need a fake smile and an inspirational quote. You need a real plan to claw your way back.
Claw your way back. I love this phrase. It means you return to a better place after a very hard time, with enormous effort and struggle. Like you're climbing out of a deep, dark hole with your bare hands. It's not easy, it's not pretty, but you're moving.
And that kind of comeback doesn't look dramatic. It doesn't look Instagram-worthy. It's sending one email you've been terrified of sending for 3 months. It's going to one doctor's appointment you've been avoiding. It's studying English for just 10 minutes when your brain wants to give up completely.
It's telling one trusted friend, I'm not okay right now. It's cleaning your room when your mind feels like absolute chaos. It's making your bed. These things look tiny from the outside, but from the inside, each one is a massive victory.
And at rock bottom, you also discover who really cares about you. Not the people who only show up when your life looks good. The ones who answer your 2 a.m. message. The ones who sit with you when things are hard and don't try to fix everything. They just stay.
So, if you are in that low place right now, please do not believe the lie that this is your permanent address. It is not your new home. It is a station on the way. A painful, difficult station, but a temporary one. And every tiny action you take for your future self, every single one, is you clawing your way back.
And there's one more thing that helps enormously when you're trying to stand back up. Something bigger than goals. Something bigger than motivation. It's purpose, knowing that your life is not just about you.
When you live only for your own comfort and your own success, every small problem feels enormous. Every setback hits harder. But when you start to live for something or someone bigger than yourself, even a little bit, your pain actually changes shape.
Maybe your bigger purpose is your family. Maybe it's your students. Maybe it's the younger version of yourself, the kid inside who needed someone like you to exist. Maybe it's the strangers on the internet who read your comment and feel less alone because of your words.
We see this happen in our comment section all the time. Someone writes, "I was scared to comment, but I did it anyway." And suddenly 3 other people reply and say, "Thank you for writing this. I felt the exact same way." One brave act ripples outward.
And this is so important for your comeback story. Because if your comeback is only about my body, my money, my success, you will get exhausted very fast. But if you think, if I heal, if I grow, if I rise, I can help someone else do the same, that thought gives you extra fuel on the hardest days.
Now let's talk about something many of you feel deeply. You have ideas inside you, big ones, beautiful ones, dreams that have been living in your head for months, maybe years, but they're still there, just waiting.
The idea graveyard inside your mind. I know that's a dark image, but you can almost picture it. All your ideas sitting in a waiting room inside your brain like, "Excuse me, is it my turn yet?"
And the sad, painful truth is, many people will go through their entire lives with most of their ideas still sitting in that waiting room, waiting for the perfect time, waiting until their English is better, waiting until conditions are just right.
But the perfect time never comes. Because the perfect time is a myth we tell ourselves to avoid the fear of starting.
At some point, you have to break out of the pattern. Break out of a pattern means you escape from a repeated habit or cycle you keep returning to again and again, even when it's not working.
Maybe your pattern looks like this. Big, exciting idea. Big rush of motivation. No concrete plan. No action. Guilt. Then more waiting. Sound familiar? That cycle is so common and so painful.
Or maybe your pattern is, "I'll wait until my English is better to start speaking." But your English never gets better because you never start speaking. The waiting is the problem.
So what would it look like to break out of that pattern this week? Not this year, not next month, this week. Maybe you send your CV to 2 companies. Maybe you join one English conversation group online. Maybe you write the first page of the book that has been living in your head for 6 years.
Even if no one reads it yet, even if it's imperfect, even if it's only 1 page, it is no longer trapped inside your head. It entered the world, and that matters more than you know.
Because here's what a real comeback actually looks like. Not a big dramatic movie scene with perfect lighting and a powerful soundtrack. It's a quiet Tuesday morning where you finally say, "I am tired of this pattern," and you do one thing differently.
And you will still make mistakes. You will still fall. But what matters, what truly matters, is the direction you fall.
There are 2 ways to fall. You can fall backward, back into your old story, your old identity, your old excuses. See, I failed again. I knew I wasn't good enough. Let me go back to my small, safe, comfortable life.
Or you can fall forward. When you fall forward, you still hit the ground. You still feel the pain. But you land a little bit closer to where you want to be. You learn something real. You grow even in the falling.
Maybe you started speaking more English at work and you made a mistake. You felt embarrassed. You can fall backward into silence. Or you can fall forward and think, "Okay, now I understand how that sentence really works. Next time, I'll be ready."
Maybe you started a new project and it didn't work out. You can tell yourself, I'm a failure. Or you can say, I just discovered one more path that doesn't lead where I want to go. Now I know. Now I'm smarter. Now I adjust.
And if you keep choosing to fall forward, again and again and again, something slow and beautiful and powerful begins to happen.
Slowly, you rise from the ashes of your old life. Rise from the ashes. That's an idiom. Like the phoenix, the mythical bird that burns completely and then is reborn from the fire. It means you become strong and alive again after everything seemed destroyed.
Maybe your old version burned in 2025. Your old plans, your old identity, your old self-image. That was painful. That was real. We're not minimizing that.
But from those ashes, a different, stronger, wiser version of you can stand up. Someone who is no longer complacent, who doesn't just drift through life, who knows they will fall short sometimes, but also knows how to claw their way back every single time.
Someone who anticipates their weak moments instead of being destroyed by them, who doesn't let fear and comparison obscure their real progress, who is brave enough to finally break out of old patterns and keep moving forward.
Your 2026 comeback doesn't need to look perfect on social media. It doesn't need to impress anyone. It just needs to feel honest and real inside you.
So maybe tonight, after this episode, you sit with a notebook for just 5 quiet minutes, and you ask yourself 3 questions. Where did I drift into a life I didn't choose? Where did I hit rock bottom? And what is one thing I can do differently this week, just one, to start falling forward?
And if you want to share one of your answers with us, we would genuinely love to read it in the comments. You never know whose life your words might touch. You never know who is reading and feeling less alone because of what you wrote.
Take a breath right now. You are not too late. The year is not over. Your story is absolutely not finished. And even if you feel like ashes today, there is still so much fire, so much life, so much potential inside you.
Now, it's time for our word tour. This is the part where we take the most powerful words and phrases from today's episode and go through them slowly and clearly. So you don't just feel the episode, you can actually use the language in your own life.
We have 10 incredible words and expressions today. Repeat them with us. Say them out loud. Let them live in your mouth, not just your brain. Ready?
Word 1. Complacent. Complacent means you are too comfortable and satisfied, so you stop trying to grow or improve. Example, after a few small wins, she became complacent and stopped pushing herself. Repeat with us. Complacent.
Word 2. Anticipate. To anticipate means to expect something before it happens and plan for it. Example, if you anticipate your weak moments, you can design much better habits around them. Repeat, anticipate.
Word 3. Devastate. To devastate means to hurt someone very, very deeply, emotionally. Much stronger than make sad. Example, the rejection devastated him. He felt completely empty for weeks. Repeat, devastate.
Word 4. Obscure. As a verb, to obscure something means to hide it or make it very hard to see clearly. Example, fear can obscure your progress. It makes your growth feel invisible, even when it's very real. Repeat, obscure.
Expression 5. Hit rock bottom. To hit rock bottom means to reach your absolute lowest point in life. You feel you simply cannot go any lower. Example, after losing everything, he finally hit rock bottom. And that's when he decided to change. Repeat, hit rock bottom.
Expression 6. Break out of a pattern. To break out of a pattern means to escape from a habit or cycle you keep repeating, even when it's not working for you. Example, she finally broke out of her pattern of waiting for the perfect moment and just started. Repeat. Break out of a pattern.
Expression 7. Rise from the ashes. To rise from the ashes means to become strong and full of life again after complete destruction or failure, like the phoenix. Example. After the hardest year of her life, she slowly rose from the ashes and rebuilt everything. Repeat. Rise from the ashes.
Phrasal verb 8. Drift into. To drift into something means to slowly move into a situation without really consciously choosing it. One small, easy decision at a time. Example. He never planned to stop learning. He just drifted into it gradually. Repeat. Drift into.
Phrasal verb 9. Fall short of. To fall short of something means you didn't quite reach the level, goal or result you were aiming for. Example. We fell short of our target this month, but we still made real progress. Repeat. Fall short of.
And our final expression, number 10. Claw your way back. To claw your way back means to return to a better place after a very hard time, with enormous effort and struggle. Example. After hitting rock bottom, she slowly clawed her way back to a life she was proud of. One small, brave action at a time. Repeat. Claw your way back.
Those were your 10 powerful words and expressions for today. Go back and replay this word tour section. Shadow with us. Repeat until every single word feels comfortable and natural in your mouth.
And remember, you don't need to use all 10 tomorrow. Even one of these words used naturally in conversation, or in your own journaling, in your own thinking, changes how you see and describe your life.
Words like rise from the ashes and claw your way back, these are not just English vocabulary. They are a mindset. They are a way of seeing yourself as someone who gets back up. Every single time.
Take a deep breath. You are learning. You are growing. You are already doing something most people don't do. You are showing up. You are listening. You are taking this seriously. That counts. That matters.
And your comeback story, your 2026 comeback, is still being written. Every day you have a chance to add a new page, a better page, a braver page.
Even one small brave action this week is already part of that story. Don't underestimate it.
Write your number and your movie title in the comments. We genuinely can't wait to read them. And if this episode moved something in you, please like it, subscribe so you never miss an episode, and send it to one person in your life who also needs to hear this today.
You never know. Your share might be the exact thing someone needed to take their first step back.
This is Mia.
And this is Alex.
And you have been listening to the English Leap podcast. We are so proud of you. Keep going. Keep falling forward. And never, ever stop believing in your comeback.
Bye, everyone. Until next time, rise from the ashes.
Bye-bye. We'll see you in the next episode.